Leak and the M's have taken the field, so we'll check out Mike Scioscia's lineup. Game number 68. Kinsler will lead things off at second base. Trout's in center. Upton in left. Pujols at DH. Luis Valbuena jumps up to the 5 spot. He's at third. Zach Cozart at shortstop. Jose Miguel Fernandez gets started at first base. Jabari Blash back out in right field. He'll bat 8th. Martin Maldonado batting 9th, doing the catching. 30-year-old right-hander native of Fallbrook, California. I think his 14th start of the season. Mike Leake on the mound for Seattle.
Yeah, not overpowering. He will sink the fastball. His 88 to 92 will throw a slider, cutter, curveball, and changeup. My go-tos to be successful against Leake this evening is hit that sinker hard, especially lower part of the strike zone. Make sure it's at the knees and then drive it and barrel up on his cutter. He will throw his cutter quite a bit. 22% of his pitches cut fastballs.
Take a look at the defense behind Leake tonight. It'll be Gamble in left, Heredia in center. Haniger is in right. The infield with Seager and Segura on the left side. Gordon and Healy on the right side. Freitas behind the plate.
And Healy over at first base, making his 86th career start at first base. 994 fielding percentage in that position. At third base, a little bit different though. In 103 career starts, 926 fielding position for Healy at third. Much better at first base.
Halos now with the loss last night, 2-2 against Seattle. All games played here. Next road trip, the Angels will play here as well, July 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And that'll be it for the Angels coming up to the Emerald City. Seattle will have to come and visit the Big A 3 times. Kinsler ready to lead things off. Hitless last night, 0 for 5. The Angels managed 7 hits. 224 batting average for Ian. 11 doubles, 8 home runs, 17 RBIs. And the first one is low for ball 1.
That's that sinker again. You try to bring that sinker in the strike zone. Very hittable when it's in the strike zone. If he gets you to chase out of it, it's going to be a difficult task against him.
1 ball, 1 strike. So we'll mention the overcast sky, 63 degrees. A cool night. A whole lot of wind blowing in this ballpark as of yet. It's 1-2. Second appearance for Leake against the Angels. Pitched here on May the 4th. Took the loss, went 5 innings, gave up 3 runs on 7. It's had 4 walks in that one. That stands out because he's only delivered 17 free passes and 1 over his last 4 starts. Breaking ball, hooked foul. That was that hanging slider.
Yeah, when you look at numbers against Leake this season versus fastball, he's given up more home runs versus his secondary pitches than he has his fastball, though much higher batting average against that 2-seam sinking fastball. 330 versus fastball, 3 home runs. 246 versus secondary pitches, but 8 home runs. Works very quickly, throws a lot of strikes, throws a lot of low strikes. His fair share of ground balls.
Comes into play tonight with a 4.46 earned run average. This one out to right. Haniger in a couple of steps. 1 down.
In my Hyundai key for this game, right on cue as far as the low pitch against Leake and this Mariner Ball Club. Temple of the Dog, reach down. That means reach down and get that sinking fastball out in front and drive it. Trout very good on that low fastball. Albert Pujols good on the low fastball. Same thing with Justin Upton. All really good career numbers also against Leake.
Two for 3, 9 for Mike with the 2 home runs. Also was intentionally walked. 304 on the year. 21 home runs, 41 runs batted in. 435 on base percentage. Ball and a strike.
I know you guys talked about on the pregame show, Manny Acta, what he said about Trout. That's pretty impressive, what he had said about Mike Trout.
Ground ball, that's a base hit. Segura's not going to get there.
At this point for Seattle, you got to feel good about keeping him in the ballpark in the first inning.
This is the tweet that Manny Acta, the bench coach, put out last night, talking about Trout. A timeline and reading stuff about how WAR makes him look better. You will be muted. Hashtag insane and hashtag stud.
Hashtag right.
Yep. Hashtag just another Monday for us. We get to see him every single day.
Exactly.
I believe we were tweeting that about 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
It rolls it foul.
You know, I think the one thing you have to do against Mike Leake, and when you look at his numbers, he has had 14 double plays turned behind him. And if he's going to be in the lower part of the strike zone, I think the hit and run being put on, because you're going to have infielders moving. He's not going to overpower you with a high fastball, so it's going to be lower part of the plate, and you can make contact on the ground. It's difficult to steal against, but not difficult to have that hit and run put on against.
Off-speed pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Upton yesterday had an infield base hit, ended up going 1 for 4. 253 on this season. 15 home runs, 40 runs batted in. And if you're into the exit velocity stuff, by the way, as they check in on Trout, that base hit that Mike had, 114 miles per hour off the bat. That's a ground ball up the middle.
Yeah, that's why Segura made one step. He goes, let's go back as a cutoff man.
One. Chopper off the plate. Seager's only play is going to be to first. High throw, but Healy, big boy's got it. 2 outs.
Now let's take a look at our tools of the trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks. But Albert Pujols coming to the plate tonight, but last night. And in the first inning, Albert Pujols got a fastball from LeBlanc, turns on it. Talk about exit velocity, get that out quickly. A little over 110 miles per hour, 362-foot shot for Albert Pujols. His 10th home run of the season last night. An RBI opportunity here tonight.
Albert at 256 on the year. Takes at the knees for a strike. 10 home runs, 37 runs batted in. Got a man in scoring position. Halos last night 0 for 5 such scenarios. So break the ball 0-2. John over at second base, 2 outs here in the first. Two very similar pitchers, although 2 left-handed, 1 right-hander for Seattle in this series. And that they don't throw very hard, a lot of off-speed stuff. LeBlanc we saw last night. Same thing.
Try to get you swinging 9 strikes. If you could bring him in the strike zone, you have a real good chance of getting that barrel of the bat against him.
Marco Gonzalez going tomorrow afternoon. Another 1-2. That one off the foot.
The thing about Mike Leake, he's very economical with his pitches. Averaging 14.9 pitches per inning, which is the 6th best in baseball amongst starters. Talk about a lot of times when he gets a lot of ground ball outs, it gets a lot of double plays turned. And also he's susceptible to that line drive and big fly. 11 home runs allowed this season.
1-2 again. It's a ground ball to third. Seager's got it. Halos get a man in scoring position and strand him there. We'll head to the bottom of the first with no score. First place Seattle Mariners team will check out Scott Service in his lineup. Game number 67 for the Ends. Gordon at second, Segura at short, Haniger's at right. Cruz at DH, Seager at third base, Healy at first, Gamble in left, Heredia the center fielder, and Freitas the catcher, batting ninth. Hyman making his 8th start, 5-1 with a 2.48 ERA.
Yeah, Barria was really throwing the ball well. His fastball is 90-94 slider and changeup. Two really good pitches, secondary pitches for Barria.
Last start for him in the minor leagues on June the 7th. Gordon hitting 275. First one way outside. 11 doubles, 2 triples, a home run, 15 runs batted in. Just a 296 on base percentage for the leadoff man. 0 for 4 last night. One.
One thing you will see from D. Gordon, he will either try to push bunt or drag bunt. So as a corner infield, you always have to be ready. Especially not a lot of experience for Fernandez at first base.
First time that Barria has faced Seattle. His last major league start against Texas, picked up the win. No runs on 4 hits. 6 innings of work. It was on June the 1st. Gordon slices it foul. 2-2.
My go-tos for Barria to be successful today is run that fastball. Use that fastball to set up the secondary pitches. He will hit all 4 quadrants with his fastball, but his ability to go back-to-back changeup, the feel for that pitch in fastball counts has made him very successful here his rookie campaign.
Gordon chopped this one up the middle. Cozart has it go off his glove and into center field. So Gordon on board with a leadoff single. Check out the Angels on the defensive side of things. With Upton, Trout, and Blash in the outfield from left to right. Valbuena, Cozart, Kinsler, and Fernandez from third to first. Maldi behind the plate.
And Martin Maldonado will be tested right away with D. Gordon on first base. 19 stolen bases so far this season. He's thrown out 33.3%. He's at 36% in his career. Will be tested here right away.
Jane Segura likes to swing early, hitting 343. Eight-team doubles, 2 triples, 5 home runs, 40 runs batted in. Segura last night with a 3-hit game, 3 singles. Mariners with 8 hits in the 5-3 victory. Oh, 1 count. Adam Hamari calling the balls and strikes tonight. Tom Hallion at first, Phil Cuzzi at second, Gambolin over at third. Seattle with the win last night, 21-12. Same road record.
Pretty big lead.
Ball and a strike. Barria's had a little bit tougher time with righties and lefties this year. 246 against right-handed batters. 3 home runs. Lefties 186. Good off-speed pitch. 1-2.
And when you look at numbers for Segura this season, he's really hit a fastball very well. 378 batting average versus a fastball. Now Barria has a good slider and changeup. He's only hit 243 against those 2 pitches with no home runs allowed. So that's where you see that type of swing against Barria from Segura here.
Ground ball to short, should be 2. Cozart to Kinsler on to first, double play, 2 outs.
Nice double play turn. Barria continues to shine, and now it's time for the Kia drive to success. Barria so far this season, when you talk about matchups with other rookies, where he ranks up with them as far as record, 5-1. That's the best in the majors as far as rookies. ERA 2.48, second best. Opponent's batting average 215, fifth best. But the thing that really jumps out, this 9 walks allowed. That's the second fewest amongst rookie pitchers.
Just in off the plate on Haniger, the right fielder. He just kept him hitless last night. 263 batting average now. double play that Berea just threw. The third one he has thrown in his 8 starts this year.
Fan club for Haniger.
1-1.
We could win on that one.
Nope. 2 balls and a strike. I thought that
Oh,
sign was for our director, Mitch Riggin.
Yeah, I thought so too. That's why I said he's a fan favorite. There it is.
And of course, our director takes the shot again.
Why wouldn't he?
3 balls and a strike.
Might as well try it again, Mitch, while you're at it.
Yep. Elsa Cruz on deck.
Oh, there we go.
Haniger drives one out to right field. Jabari Blash racing back. That is gone. On a 3-1 pitch. Haniger with his 14th home run of the season. 1-0 Seattle.
And we've said over the past with Haniger, his best swings are when he hits the ball the other way and gets that one out to right field. That got out quickly. Off the bat, I thought maybe one hops the wall. Fastball, he's looking away. 92-mile-an-hour fastball. It's not a bad pitch. '79th home run of the season for Seattle.
But to your point, what you're saying is on Haniger, at 3-1 pitch, maybe on the inside part of the plate, on the fastball.
He really likes to look out over the plate very well. He's susceptible to pitches inside. I know you don't generally think that way, especially on a 3-1 pitch as a pitcher against a guy that has pretty good power, because you think they're going to turn on it, but he's letting that baseball travel, and he's trying to drive the ball to right center field.
th home run, 48th run batted in for Haniger. RBI is now a career high. Cruz a multi-homer game last night. So the Halos play from behind here in the first. 5th home run allowed by Berea. 2-1. Popped up. He's got to play on it. And first is in the books. Bod, Mitch Haniger with his 14th home run puts the Angels in the hole. It's 1-0 Seattle as we head to the second. Fun pack for only $44. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 soft drinks. For more info on that Coca-Cola Fun Pack, just go to angels.com. 1-0 Seattle here in the second. Valbuena, Cozart, and Fernandez against Mike Leake. Ground ball right side. Gordon's not going to get there. Luis swinging first pitch, picks up a leadoff single. Second hit loud by Leake.
Those are good numbers career-wise against Leake, especially when you think about it. And we always often talk about Cozart's launch angle, looking for a pitch lower part of the strike zone. Should be a good matchup.
They're former teammates, Cincinnati Reds. Zach this month just 5 for 31, 1 RBI. 1 ball and strike.
It's that cutter from Leake. He will throw that cutter, started off the inside part of the plate and bring it back in the inside corner against right-handed batters. A lot of times you'll see a right-handed batter give up on that pitch, thinking it's a ball, but it comes right out over the plate. That's when you get the barrel on it. Around 37% to 38% of his pitches are fastballs from Leake.
Quick throw to first. Good feet by Leake.
Yeah, he's difficult to steal against. He's allowed just 1 stolen base in 2 attempts. Again, he's not going to strike you out a whole lot, so you can put the ball in play, especially on the ground. So hit and runs should be very effective.
Going, no hit and run there. A 3-1 count. Leake, a first-round pick by Cincinnati. He's in 2009 out of Arizona State. To Fallbrook Union High School. Where's the old single digit? Number 8. It's off the plate. It's a walk. So a single followed by base on balls. 2 men on with nobody out.
Now it's time for the Lowe's whole team together. Angels so far on the road this season have been playing well together. At a 20-12 record, 6th best in the majors, 267 team batting average was the 3rd best, and ERA on the road 3.40, 6th best. So they've been playing very well on the road. Lost a tough one last night, but an opportunity here now with 1st and 2nd no outs. Get right back in this, take the lead potentially.
Jose Miguel Fernandez, 5 for 12. So far to start his major league career. A couple of doubles and an RBI. Takes a little bit off the plate. One-0. Dribbler foul.
And Leake will throw his changeup quite often in fastball counts.
Segura shading up the middle, Hole on the left side. Valbuena at second, Cozart at first. 2-1 count. And Fernandez is going to get a lot of those pitches. Look at him and taking his stance. That left foot is on the inside line of the batter's box. He's right over home plate. So the Twins pitching inside quite a bit. He's off 3-1.
Another good count now to get a fastball and make sure it's in the strike zone. And Leake's numbers, especially with runners in scoring position, with runners on, and an opportunity here to put together a couple good swings here.
Look at that stance I was just talking about. Leaks 3-1. Bouncer at the line, foul. Full count. Now Boyne leading off the inning with a single. Cozart following it up with the base on balls. 1-0 Seattle on the Haniger home run of the first.
Quick visit to the mound now. Those numbers with runners on, 289. Runners in scoring position, though, drops down to 243. Then with 2 outs, he's been very good with runners in scoring position as far as batting average of 138. But a big opportunity right now. I don't think they're going to be going here, especially with left-handed batter at the plate.
3-2. Bounce foul again. I would venture to say that if you're a pitcher that has multiple off-speed pitches, that your numbers are going to be pretty good with men in scoring position. And I say that from the standpoint that most hitters are gearing up for hard stuff, fastballs, and they will expand their zones.
Exactly.
Trying to get that RBI.
You try to, especially a pitcher like Leake, he will throw those all-speed pitches a little bit off the plate, and you're going to expand your strike zone.
Then the payoff is dribbling toward first base. Only plays to first, Leake covering.
Well, the good thing about that, it almost works as if it's a bunt. You get 2 runners in scoring position.
1 out. 2 in scoring position for Jabari Blash. Jabari called back up before the game yesterday. 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts and a walk.
A conversation with Albert, that's always invaluable when you get an opportunity as a young hitter. Albert Pujols going exactly what he was trying to throw you in those situations to make sure you're aware of that the next time you come to the plate.
Infield back at normal depth. Jabari takes a fastball for a strike. Might be the only fastball he gets. No one. Another one. No balls, 2 strikes now. Eight career Major League home runs, 5 last year with the Padres, 3 of the season before. He's got 2 on with 1 out. Maldonado on deck.
Pretty smart pitch there by Leake, trying to run that fastball up and in. Now, if you're Blash right now, always you think in terms of I can get a ground ball in the middle infield. Even if it's out, it does bring home the tying run.
Check swing, and pretty close to going around. It's 2-2.
Tom Hallion's calling all those strikeout calls for when he's behind the plate tomorrow. He likes to ring people up. Did hold up on that one. And that high leg kick, talk about timing being so important for a hitter, really for Blash is that timing.
And it's pulled down the left field line and is hooking foul. And a nice catch. What an awesome catch.
Yes. That was a great. Take a look at our top tier play brought to you by Arco. Under control makes the play. Exit Blash off that bat for Blash, 109. Said I got no problem.
That couple behind that guy, very thankful.
Yes. What you'll see there is the catcher touching different parts of the body where that's going to be where location is, and then the sign for what the pitch will be.
pitch, full count.
Again, a pitcher like Leake, he's not going to give in and throw a strike here necessarily, too. He still knows, even if he walks Blash, he has a chance for a double play ball. So he's not going to give in. As a hitter, you have to think in those terms. It still has to be in the strike zone.
Jabari in the big leagues, 2 for 12 so far. Three-two.
That's a pretty good hack there. Boy, with those hands where it's set up for Blash, his stance and then the high leg kick. There's a lot of moving parts there to be able to make sure you get through the baseball well to be able to get the barrel of the bat on it.
And Jabari goes down swinging, 2 outs. Got him on the changeup.
And that was not in the strike zone, and that's what you can expect from Leake. Not going to give in and throw a strike. The changeup well out of the strike zone. That high leg kick, the stride, it's already down when he's trying to make contact with that baseball. Fastball, you have a little better chance. A changeup like that, very difficult.
So it's up to Martin Maldonado to pick up the 2 base runners in scoring position. This has been a struggle for the Angels of late. Situational hitting on the season, 250 team batting average. Albuena still at third, Cozart at second. Maldonado hitting 255. Inside, nice play by Freitas.
He has been real good with runners in scoring position, though. 390.
Maldonado 1 for 4 last night with a double. 10th of the year.
It's outstanding numbers, including a home run. 41 at bats with runners in scoring position, 16 hits.
Bouncer to short. The Angels will waste the scoring opportunity. We'll head to the bottom of the second with Seattle on top 1-0. This game raises money for prostate cancer research. So far, since June the 1st, $525,000 has been raised in the challenge. You can make a pledge by going online to homerunchallenge.org. It's the bottom of the second. Seattle up 1-0 on the Haniger home run in the first. Seager, Healy, and Gamble to face Jaime Barria. Gave up that 2-out home run to Mitch Haniger on a 3-1 count. Kyle Seager last night 1 for 4 with a single and a run scored. 225 of this season. 16 doubles, 12 home runs, and 41 runs batted in. No balls, 2 strikes. This is a live shot painting Kyle Seager. Does look a little bit like Kazoo with that big helmet.
That's pretty cool, though.
Maybe it's the angle of our camera.
It's really cool, though. I was able to do that.
Spoiling that pitch.
You look at numbers against Barrias as far as his fastball and then his slider and changeup. Imagine he's going to try that changeup now. 0-2. 241 versus the fastball, 3 home runs allowed. It's 198 versus his changeup and slider.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, a little slicer down the line. All you can hope for, it goes foul, and it does.
There's that changeup. It's a good changeup, great location. Just trying to make contact with it. Almost kept that fair. Gustavo Bueno helping out third base umpire Dan Bellino to let him know it was foul.
Seager, Richmond to right. Leadoff single, 3rd hit allowed by Berea.
And we talked about Berea's ability to go back-to-back changeups, even back-to-back-to-back with a good feel. But as soon as that pitch was thrown, you could tell Seager was anticipating a fastball, and he lines it into the outfield.
Ryan Healy homered last night, his 10th of the year. 1 for 3 night. That was a 2-run shot.
Good slider there from Berea.
He's thrown 1 double play ball already, so he can get a second one. Gamble's on deck. That's how good that changeup is. You've got to hit it right off the end of the bat. So far committed on an off-speed pitch. That's why you're just thankful that you did make contact to keep your at-bat alive. This one out to center field. Trout racing out there, and he'll haul it in. Ground number 1. Hey, celebrate Christmas in June with your Angels on Friday, June 22nd with the Blue Jays in town. Receive a Jolly Trout Nutcracker, courtesy of Old Dominion, while supplies last. For more information, go to angels.com. And Gooby, before that last pitch, I was just going to say to you, after a swing like that, if you're ever going to throw a fastball to Healy, it's got to be around his eyeballs, or you go back to the off-speed pitch.
Yes. You know, sometimes you get caught up in that, trying to set him up to a fastball at the plate, but that ran back and got too much of the strike zone. Hit well, but Trout able to run it down.
He's not gearing up for a changeup after cueing the ball off his bat.
That's why when we talked about go-tos, the changeup, the back-to-back changeups is very, very important for Berea.
Two balls, no strikes. Gamble hitting .278, getting the start tonight in left field. 8 extra base hits, 5 runs batted in.
Gamble's pretty geared up for low pitches. He's got a pretty good batting average against low pitches this season. So if you are going to go fastball, you got to try to run it upstairs or fade that changeup off the outside part of the plate.
Not a big lead at all for Seager at first base.
There it was right there. Perfect pitch. And when you see numbers, and you're privy to all those numbers as far as a pitcher versus a hitter, and you see how well he hits low pitches. That's why you use that against him with that changeup, running that changeup, even though it's low, but it's off the plate and good speed with the pitch.
Pulls this one into right field. That was up in the zone. It goes to the wall. Seager heading to third. He's going to be stopped there. It's a double for Gamble. And the Mariners have runners at second and third with 1 out.
See, this changeup's right in the heart of the plate. You're trying to fade that one off the plate. And Gamble goes down and gets that lower part of the strike zone. Picks up his 6th double this season.
So it's Guillermo Heredia up. Second and third, 1 out. Heredia comes in batting .256. 1 for 3 last night, had a double. Angels playing their infield back. Fernandez, the first baseman, at the cut of the grass. Check swing, looked like he went around. He did.
Pitched inside, lower part of the strike zone with a fastball. Now with this opportunity, you get the chance to expand, maybe throw that slider off the plate so you can get a swing and miss. Fernandez got to be ready for some slow hit your way off the end of the bat at first base.
Almost got him chasing. .36 pitches thrown so far by Berea. No strikeouts, no walks, 4 hits allowed. One, two. He's off the off speed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Seager, the base runner at third, Gamble at second. Catcher Freitas, number 9 hitters on deck. Heredia pulls this one down the line. That is a fair ball. Valbuena's only placed to first, and out at first base is the call. Kind of a nonchalant call by Tom Halliot. I think Fernandez a little surprised that Luis played it, and he even double clutched on it.
I still think he got his foot down. There's a lot of umpires in the stand here at Safeco were thinking the call was wrong. That's a long throw for Valbuena. And they're going to check on it.
Yep.
Let's see right here. It's a great angle. And he's going to be safe.
So the thing of it is, look where Fernandez's foot is, right in the top of the base. And I think that's probably what blocked Tom Hallion from seeing that. But I'm a little surprised that Valbuena even took the hesitation, especially with the base runner Seager just stopping at third base. He wasn't going anywhere. If he gets rid of the ball quickly, it's an easy out.
And your goal in these situations, you're trying to prevent a big inning against you. Get that out at first base, even though it's a long throw. Seager was anchored there at third base.
Infield base hit, bases loaded. David Freitas, the catcher, now up. '29-year-old hitting .208, 4 doubles, 3 runs batted in. Product of Elk Grove, California. Angels looking for that double play ball. Long bottom of the second, still 1-0 Seattle. Freitas takes inside for ball 1. Back. You see that he's doing anything different with his motion? Seems like guys today seem to be kind of not chasing the off-speed pitch as much as we've seen in the past.
Yeah, he's straight over the top with his pitches, but his fastball they're seeing pretty well. He's trying to create some sink to that pitch. You haven't seen it before, but you look as much tape as possible. His balance is good, but he's leaning a little bit more forward than normal. As that back leg, you want to be straight up and down and have a little bit better balance. It's drifting forward. That means that changeup is going to drag a little bit longer.
2-1. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Bria's been pretty good, especially with runners in scoring position. So this is one of those opportunities to see if he can get a ground ball double play to avoid some damage. See those numbers with no one on, 241, but with runners on, 173 runners in scoring position, this 174 against them. Always under control. A 21-year-old under control on the mound. Impressive.
See what they do here. 2-2, check swing foul. Leak had a long top of the second inning. Just getting their first 2 men on base, but then couldn't cash those runs in. Long bottom of the second here. Three trying to do the exact same thing, keep the Mariners off the board. Keep it a 1-run deficit. Here's the 2-2. Good rip at that fastball.
See his fastball command so far. We talk about his ability to 4 quadrants in the strike zone. He's left a couple fastballs in the middle part of the plate.
Hate to see 44 pitches. Short game for a starter last night too.
Kind of innings out of the bullpen last night with this pitch count already for the youngster, 45. It's going to be another few innings out of the bullpen again.
Towards short, Cozart has it. Turn the double play, and they get out of it. Second one turned by the Angels tonight, a big one. And it will remain 1-0 Seattle as we head to the third. Currently second to Mookie Betts in the outfield.
Yeah, how about that lineup? It's going to be on display in Washington, D.C. July 17th on Fox. You're talking about some serious talent all the way around, but that outfield, the power in the outfield, wow.
Albert Pujols in the top 5 as far as first baseman. Shohei Ohtani, top 5 is DH. Andrelton Simmons, I think he was 4th, 5th. He might have been 5th in the ballot.
That's not right.
Top of the order for the Angels. Down 1-0 here in the third. Kinsler, Trout, and Upton. Leak had a long wait.
You don't have to talk about momentum shifts. Now all of a sudden you feel on the offensive side an opportunity to get right back and score, especially Seattle missed a huge opportunity with the bases loaded. Nice 6-4-3 double play turned.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Ian 0 for 1. He lifted one out to right field. His first AB. Breaking ball, line towards short. Segura's got it. 1 out.
Now it's time for Old Dominion. Bring in his best with Mike Trout coming to the plate. What he has done against Seattle this season in 4 games. 11 for 17. That's a .647 batting average, 3 home runs, 5 RBIs, scored 6 runs. OPS 2,171. All 4 games so far. He's had a multi-hit game opportunity to do that again here tonight with a base hit in his first at bat.
Single up the middle in the first inning, stranded in scoring position.
Good job with that home run last night. Ty Brian Downing They're third in all-time home run list for the Angels with 222. Salmon at the top at 299. Garrett Anderson, 272.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Goes down swinging, 2 outs, second strikeout for Leake.
And he dropped that elbow down to try to elevate the fastball against Trout, and he's got a swing and miss on that one. It's not overpowering, but it's located perfectly. Trout was just trying to make contact. He was looking down in the strike zone.
Upton, a ground ball to third base in the first. There's the train right behind the right field bleachers here.
So often we get caught up in the velocity of pitches. Leak, it's all about location.
One. 2 balls and a strike. Three-one count now with Pujols on deck. Two strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 hits allowed.
Up at 9 for 23 in his career versus Leak. A good fastball count now. Got it, but it was a little cut fastball rates outside part of the plate.
Here's the payoff, and he works a walk. 2 out, free pass. Brings up Albert, grounded out his first time up. Leak doesn't walk many guys, hasn't walked many guys. He did walk 4 in that start against the Angels. With 1 walk in his last 5 starts prior to tonight. 2 thus far.
Leak's really been throwing the ball better as the season has progressed. Very high ERA in April, better in May, very good in June so far. And as far as right-handed pitchers' moves, is one of the top moves in the game. Tropiano, very good move as a right-handed pitcher.
Albert shoots one out to center field. Heredia racing back, has a bead on it. As he backpedals onto the track, the Angels have their 3rd out recorded here in the 3rd inning. To the bottom of the 3rd we go with Seattle on top. it seems like it should be a lot more than a 1-0 game, right?
Yeah.
On both sides.
And some base runners.
Yep.
Again, the thing I love about Berea, he never is in that panic mode. He's always feels in his mind he's one pitch away from getting through an inning. He did so with a double play ball. Fields his position well. He may be asked to move around the mound now against D. Gordon and field a bunt potentially.
Gordon slapped a single up the middle at the bottom of the first. Erased on the double play ball. Segura hit into. But he's 1 for 1. Everyday second baseman now with Cano on the suspended list. Out towards center. It's another leadoff single. That's 3 straight innings that the leadoff man has reached. Keep going back to that fastball. And he's been hit on round so far. It's the 6th hit already for Seattle.
A little bit bigger lead here. Berea's got a quick move to first himself. Especially when you see a team hit into a couple double plays already, you're more apt as a manager to put one of your base runners in motion, especially one with good speed like D. Gordon has.
Below the strike zone. 2 balls, no strikes. Segura 0 for 1. Good lead for Gordon. 2-1. Segura takes a strike. 2-2.
Got on top of that little 2-seam fastball. Good spot there from Berea. And the key to stopping a running game is to be able to hold the ball, vary your times to the plate.
Haniger on deck. He homered in the first inning to give Seattle the 1-0 lead. Down goes Segura. Chases a pitch up and out of the strike zone.
Yeah, I think he was fooled a little bit too. But D. Gordon was kind of had a short lead and then was trying to move and time him and go on the pitch. See Segura looking down at him quite a bit. High changeup. Stops and then goes back. See Segura chase many pitches out of the strike zone.
Home run. Haniger hit the first, his 14th of the year, and he'll shoot one out to right center. Trout moving over. He's there, makes the catch. Gordon, about 2/3 of the way to second base. Able to get back to first.
Another real good route by Trout to run that one down. Again, when you know a hitter likes to hit the ball that way, you're more apt to be in position to be able to let the body turn to run that one down at a good angle, and he did so. See what Trout is playing. Favored in that right center field. Is able to get there behind that baseball, get it in quickly, just in case. There's a play at first.
It is a spacious outfield here at Safeco. Just ask D. Gordon. Nelson Cruz looks at his strike. He popped out behind the plate in the first. Halos in the fourth at Valbuena. Cozart Fernandez coming up. A bigger lead, it seems like, for Gordon over at first. Pretty close going in there standing up.
Checking to see if he did get him. Doesn't matter if he kept that foot on the base, and he did.
One off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. The 59th pitch thrown by Maria. That's out towards center. Trout moving back on the track near the wall, leaps up, and he makes the catch. Nice play by Mike Trout. Timed that leap perfectly and robs Cruz of at least extra bases.
Remember a couple years ago, he robbed a would-be grand slam up against the wall. Another nice play by Trout. Still down 1-0.
Catch in center field. Difficult to tell if that ball was going to go over the wall, but at the very least it would have been extra bases for Nelson Cruz. Valbuena leads things off. At least 1 for 1 with a base hit. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right side, Gordon out in shallow right field, knocks it down. Valbuena is out at first.
Hit well by Valbuena. Twice he's hit the ball hard. This time Gordon's able to knock this one down, keep it in front, gets up quickly, and throws out Valbuena by half a step. The stretch by Healy. First out of the inning.
Cozart walked to second, was stranded in scoring position. Goes this one over to third. 2 down.
Mike Trout's play was worthy of a Carlos Camp replay, going back on this baseball hit by Nelson Cruz to the wall, jumps up, finishes off the inning with an outstanding play. 2 really good plays in the inning for Trout. 2 baseballs hit hard. Haniger and then Cruz runs him down in right center.
Here's Fernandez. Grounded out to Healy in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. That's pulled foul.
Keeps getting pitched inside with a fastball. The thing is, for Leake, he'll throw that 2-seam fastball in, but he also will throw his cut fastball in. But if it goes out over that middle part of the plate, that's where Fernandez can hit that one a long way. There's a cutter in. A lot of times when you see a pitcher do that, he'll run that 2-seamer back to try to catch the inside corner.
And towards second, and that's Gordon again out in shallow right. Nice play and a nice dig. Nope. Healy unable to handle it. Did not control the baseball. I'm surprised Gordon got rid of it so quickly. He had plenty of time. That ball got on him quickly.
That ball was hit hard by Fernandez, and he's hit a lot of baseballs hard already in a short time here wearing that Angel uniform in the big leagues. One hopper in that outfield grass. Gordon low throw. Healy unable to control it.
E3. They gave the error to Healy, not to the guy who threw the ball and short hopped the first baseman to begin with. Interesting. There's Jabari Blash. Either way, the Angels get a base runner for the 4th consecutive inning.
I know you always feel as a first baseman you should be able to scoop that,
right,
but it's still a low throw.
If a first baseman's supposed to scoop that, then aren't infielders that have balls hit right at them supposed to field them? They're called hits, right?
Yes.
Jabari struck out on the second.
He Gordon, a Gold Glove winner back in 2015 at second base.
One and two. Error by Healy, his 3rd on the season. Now the 1-2 to Jabari. Takes upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Very similar to the pattern that.
Yeah, I mean, wonderful throw him a changeup now below the strike zone. Elevated last time, and then he followed up with a changeup.
Ground ball to short. Segura will feed Gordon. Angels are done here in the fourth. Way to the bottom of the fourth, 1-0 Seattle.
This is brought to you by your Southern California Ford dealers, by Tough Turtle Turf, a full landscape design company, and by your Southern California Cadillac dealers.
Halos down 1-0 here, the bottom of the fourth on a cloudy night in Seattle. But still very much in this one as Jaime Barria gave up the home run to Mitch Haniger with 2 outs in the first, the only scoring so far in this game. Seager, Healy, Gamble coming up against Barria. Kyle had a leadoff single in the second, was stranded at third base. That's when Barria got his second double play ball to get out of a bases loaded situation. First one's downstairs for ball one. 2 hits for the Angels, 6 for Seattle. Halos have stranded 5 base runners. Seattle with 3. One ball, one strike. Seager not happy with that call.
Yeah, that's a little bit below the strike zone. Adam Hamari's been really pretty consistent in this game. Hasn't called many of those pitches strikes that have been a little bit below the strike zone. For both pitchers that have lived that lower part of the strike zone.
Seager will go down swinging. And Jaime retires the leadoff man for the first time tonight. Here comes Healy. Stay tuned during the 7th inning stretch for the Nissan Game Break with Jose Mota.
Got to locate this first pitch very well. Healy's very aggressive on the first pitch.
Healy, a fly ball to center for more of a line drive to Trout in center field. That was in the second inning. Barria could use a quick inning. It's a lot of pitches through the first 4, the first 3, I should say. A lot of traffic. Been able to get out of it. To your point, Gooby never seems to get rattled. I think that's one of the things we like about him, especially at 21 years of age, where a lot of times you get in a situation such as the one in the second, the bases loaded, one out. The game speeds up for some. Doesn't necessarily speed up for Berea. Foul to a 2.
I still go back to that game he had in Yankee Stadium where he gave up a couple home runs in the first inning, and all of a sudden you look up, he's in that game still 2-5 and pick up the W. We said that when we first saw him walking around on the field in Anaheim. You can just tell he belongs. He feels he's got the stuff to be successful, and he carries that to the mound. Not intimidated by any hitter.
Two. Haley bounces this one over to Valbuena. 2 down, very close to Fernandez, kind of pulling off the base there.
No, I was thinking the same thing. It was pretty close. Now, back in the day, a lot of guys were really good about that. Start turning and flipping around the infield and not really necessarily keeping that foot now.
Yeah, before replay.
Yes.
Kind of walking off the bag.
Wally Joyner was very good at that. Keith Hernandez was good at that, starting to flip it around the infield. He has that foot on the base, though.
Gamble takes upstairs for ball 1.
Those guys were pretty good at that. They're just flipping around there real quick before replay.
Which would ultimately lead to some pretty good arguments and ejections of managers. This one's back up the middle, a 2-out base hit by Gamble, a multi-hit game for him already. Heredia credited with an infield base hit in the second. 1 for 1. Count.
Maldonado basically said, don't worry about the base runner here. Worry about the batter at the plate. Basically, Maldonado was saying, I'll take care of that. If he goes, I'll throw him out.
Two balls, 1 strike.
That's the type of swing you get against you when there's a 2-0 count. You have to throw a fastball. That's a pretty good hack by Heredia. Straight back.
Heredia pops it up in the first base side. Fernandez drifting over by the dugout, and will have a play, makes the catch, and Berea's out of it. 4 complete here in Seattle, 1-0 Mariners.
For each post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans.
Top of the fifth at Safeco Field. Game 2 of a 3-game set. Angels trying to snap a little 2-game losing streak. 5.5 back of these first place Seattle Mariners. Down 1-0. They will send up 9-1-2. It's Mike Leake. Bouncer toward third. Seager plays it to the backhand. 1 pitch, 1 out to start the fifth. Maldonado 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs. Brings up Kinsler. He hit 0 for 2, a fly ball to right and a little soft liner to Segura.
It's 8 ground ball outs for Lee now in this game. One thing to keep in mind, though, is time through the order for Leake. 307 that third time through. We're at that spot right now with Kinsler and this here in the 5th inning. Crowd on deck, struck out the last time up on a fastball that was above the strike zone.
2-1. He bounces it foul. Evens up the count. 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 hits allowed for Leake.
Nice play.
Yeah. Yeah, frustration. Kinsler's body language after swinging at that pitch. A late life on it.
And Kinsler has such a good idea of the strike zone. That pitch was never near the strike zone.
Hits this one out toward left field. Gamble back, and he'll make the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, just got it in enough to keep it in the ballpark. And Kinsler's always been quick on pitches inside, but didn't quite get the barrel of the bat enough on that to get it out, but hit well.
So here's Trout, single in the first, a punch out in the third. Takes a strike. And we get a chance to come up here and watch the Angels in Seattle do it. Good ballpark. Good atmosphere.
Always a ton of Angel fans up here.
Always get asked your favorite ballpark to visit. This is definitely the top 5.
Yeah.
Trout shoots one out toward left center field. Gamble racing back, still going back at the wall, leaps up. That ball is gone. Big fly for Mike Trout. 22nd of the season, ties this game up at 1.
Even Trout has to shake his head. How did he hit that baseball out to left center field here at Safeco? After some fastballs thrown, we talked about jumping on those secondary pitches against Leake. He's given up 8 home runs on those pitches. A slider that's almost out of the strike zone and away, still hits it out. Again, another home run against Seattle. We talked about that in the opening. Does it again. 19 career home runs in this ballpark. And this is not a home run ballpark. It's a pitcher's yard.
Just go back and look at the swing. You want to talk about how strong this kid is? That's all him.
Yeah. And I just love this reaction. They're like, I don't even know how I did that.
82 mile per hour slider.
And you can't throw it better. That's like placing it right on the outside corner. And with that home run passes Brian Downing solo. possession of third place all-time in home run list for the Angels. I don't know how he hit that one out.
Looking forward to Manny Acta's tweet tonight. 2-1.
It'll just be Uncle.
3 balls and a strike.
Again, that third time through.
Barking coming from the Mariners dugout. Adam Hamari yelling back. 3-1 pitch. And there's a walk. So a 2-out home run followed by the base on balls. Upton's picked up 2 of them. Of the walks, 2 of the 3. And Albert comes up with a man on.
Taps Barria on the head. Said, here you go. It's a brand new ball game now. I wonder if it's that conversation as you wait as a pitching coach for the home plate umpire to walk out and say, hey, where are some of those pitches at?
There's that slider.
I mean, that's a perfect pitch. How short he is through that baseball, how strong he is. He'll be that conversation.
394 feet. And the pitch that Trout put over the wall and left.
Not quite the same reaction for a pitcher that we saw from Chris Sale that time with the bases loaded on a perfect changeup down and hit it out left center field at the Big A. But that was a perfect pitch, and he still hits it out. '19th home run we showed earlier here, 30th career home run against Seattle for Trout.
Albert takes a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Pujols grounded out of the first inning. And took Heredia to the track at center field in the 3rd. Called strike 3. Pujols doesn't like the call, and he'll go down looking. And the 5th is in the books. Mike Trout with a home run going down and getting those sliders. 22nd of the year, ties the score up at 1. Tied at 1 here at the bottom of the 5th inning. Trout fan getting a pick of her favorite player. Homering to tie things up. Cool shot. Ivan Berea back to work. Catcher's interference. Trout makes the catch, doesn't matter. Freitas will be awarded first base, and Maldonado gets charged with an error. So instead of one out, man at first with nobody out, top of the order, Gordon coming up.
His reaction right away when he swung the bat. See right there, hit the glove.
Maldonado's third error of the year.
Late swing on that. Now you got to be ready here now. Even though Gordon has a couple hits in this game, he still can bunt very well. Might not necessarily be for a sacrifice bunt, it could be for a hit. So you got to be ready to field your position.
Gordon 2 for 2, a couple of singles. Pops up the bunt. There's a gift. One out. Off speed pitch too.
Trying to just level that bat, and the off speed pitch he wasn't able to get down, and even threw off the timing of a bunt with that good changeup. Pops it up. That's a huge out.
I'm not sure I understand what Gordon is trying to do there. If he's trying to sacrifice, then do it in a normal way, right? Or if you're trying to surprise everybody with the bunt, do your thing, because he's good at it. This one's out towards shallow center. 2 outs. Hey, stay tuned for Angels live postgame show for the business of sports, brought to you by AutoNation. Low price, no pressure, guaranteed.
And the odd thing is, a lot of times I played with players, especially over in Kansas City, where there's a lot of speed, guys can get bunt hits. When they were like asked to square around to sacrifice, for some reason, it was more difficult for them to bunt. So your mindset has to be, if you're D. Gordon, I'm going to bunt for a hit.
Right.
Make them make a play. Don't square around and try to get that ball down. Do what you do best. Let's try to bunt and beat it out.
Campodrozian loosening as Berea's at 78 pitches. And he should technically be out of this inning had it not been for the catcher's interference.
So right now, Haniger's hit 2 baseballs very well the other way. One for a home run, another one in the right center field that Trout tracked down. We call both of those on fastballs. First pitch, changeup. That's a good block. Slider in the dirt. You talk about perfect technique. If you're a young catcher at home watching this game, that's exactly what we want to do. Give up the body, keep the shoulder square, the glove down. Even with the spin of a breaking ball is your best chance of keeping in front.
Haniger skies one high and deep to left field. It's a multi-homer game, and the Mariners are back on top. 3-1. And both home runs coming with 2 outs.
This changeup drifted back. Tell by that reaction by Berea, did not get that where he wanted it. When a changeup, especially when you're throwing the right-handed batter, if you start it away and it drifts back to the plate, that almost is like a batting practice fastball. Trails right back into the barrel of the bat. That's the one you want to drop straight down to the outside part of the plate. The first pitch he threw them was a good changeup. That one missed.
Mentioned the majority of the home runs he's given up have been to right-handed batters, and it's been that pitch that becomes very dangerous. And this one's drilled out to straightaway center field on a fastball. Trout back near the wall makes the catch for out number 3. But Haniger's second career multi-homer game puts the M's back on top.
on all new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. By Jack in the Box, try the new Cholula Buttery Jack, part of the Buttery Jack family, only at Jack in the Box, and by your Southern California Toyota dealers.
Halos down 3-1 as we start the 6th inning. Valbuena lead things off. Mike Leake back out of the bump. 8 hits for Seattle, 3 for the Angels. Trout has 2 of them. Valbuena has the other. Single to the 2nd inning.
Noe Ramirez, we're talking to him earlier in the pregame show about how he relaxes. Hangs out in the bullpen. Quick conversation with some fans. Great guy. That was fun talking to him today.
Very easy going.
Yes.
Individual. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Luis.
It's funny, the couple of things he kept saying and made sure he said it a couple times as far as those stressful situations he's been brought into. Key for him is just taking that deep breath. A lot of times we talk about how the game speeds up, whether you're a pitcher or a hitter. Sometimes that deep breath will allow you to relax once again.
Full count.
Getting a lot of room that left side of the infield if he's pitching them away.
Ripped down the right field line. It's a fair ball into the corner. Haniger with a good arm fires it in. Luis racing to second, and he is out.
We're going to check that right away. Although Luis is walking away from the base pretty quickly, though.
Holding that right hand, but it didn't look like he was coming out of the batter's box. Busting it out the whole time for a double. And we mentioned with the Haniger throwing arm, he guns it over to second. Nice play by Segura, blindly tagging.
Yeah, gets that foot before he gets it in there.
Yep.
What a throw, what
Single.
a game so far for Haniger.
Outfield assist for him. Cozart pulls it foul. The Angels go from having a leadoff man in scoring position to 1 out, nobody on.
Bradford getting up quickly for Seattle in their bullpen.
Cozart chases the breaking ball, 2 down.
Arco, quality top-tier gas for less.
Two outs, nobody on. And Fernandez at the plate. Reached the last time. He hit that ball to Gordon. Healy originally got charged of the air, but they changed it to Gordon. This will be it for the Angels. So promising start, but Haniger's arm kind of does away with it. 3-1 Seattle.
What one call do you feel it was the most fun to be able to do?
Wow, it's a big question.
Besides hanging with me.
Well, that's the ultimate the ultimate answer's hanging with you. I would have to say probably Jared Weaver's no-hitter here.
And Casilla lifts one out toward right. Torrey Hunter giving chase, still going back. Jared Weaver has no hit. The Minnesota Twins light that baby up.
His reaction after the game, priceless, looking up to his mom and dad and to his wife.
That's a great call now, and Victor, I'll tell you, that was a special moment when you think about it. You've had a lot of opportunities to call some magical moments in your tenure here with the Angels, but that was a special one with Weaver getting that no-hitter.
Like I said, I think it's just because he was a Simi Valley kid, grew up with the organization stuff. And fun game all around as Cam Bedrosian takes over here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Angels down 3-1. Seager, Healy, Gamble coming up to face Bedrosian. Jaime Barria tonight, 5 innings. Allows 3 runs, 2 earned. 8 hits, 2 home runs, 2 strikeouts, no walks. Only one of the 2 runs on the second home run Haniger hit in the 5th inning earned because of the catcher's interference, which goes down as an error.
Solid effort, not as pinpoint with his command, but still pretty solid again for the 21-year-old.
Seager 1 for 2, single and a strikeout. Bedrosian pitched last night, 1 inning, 1 strikeout, no runs. Kinsler, shallow right, throws out Seager, 1 out. Healy takes a fastball for a strike. Hitless tonight, 0 for 2. A fly ball to center, ground ball to third base. Healy hits one out toward left field, chasing Upton back to the wall, and that is gone. A solo home run for Ryan Healy. 4-1 Seattle. So Healy is homered in back-to-back games. 3rd home run for Seattle tonight.
Back up breaking ball there. Is he able to drive it out? He hit out a changeup last night.
Brings up Ben Gamble, who's 2 for 2 with a double and a single. He will look at a strike.
7th home run of his career versus the Angels for Healy. Smokey after the home run.
One ball, 2 strikes. Looks like Mike Leake is going to be done for the night, with action continuing in the Mariners pen. Gamble went around. 2 outs. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Two outs, nobody on, and it's Heredia at the plate. Heredia 1 for 2. No. Freitas is the catcher on deck. Handles in the 7th. We'll have 8, 9, and 1 due up. Blash, Maldonado, Kinsler. Reach of Fernandez into the corner. Blash goes into a slide, and the ball kind of gets away from him. Heredia will stop at second.
Pretty good piece of hitting by Heredia. Stayed back and lines out, went over Fernandez's head and down in the corner. Second hit of the game, 7th double of the season.
Charles Nagy out to pay a visit. Nobody warming for the Angels. Got the number 9 hitter coming up, Freitas. It's 4-1 Seattle here in the bottom of the 6th inning. As far as American League West scores are concerned, Dodgers all over Texas 12-3 as Bartolo Colon got the start in that one. That came to the bottom of the 5th at Dodger Stadium.
I think he did pick up his 2,500 strikeout in his career, though. And he struggled, though.
Yep.
Max Muncy's having a fantastic season for the Dodgers.
Former Athletic. Speaking of the A's, down 6-2 to the Astros in the 7th. Game at the Coliseum. Jose Alvarez begins to loosen. Big lead for Heredia at second with 2 outs. Off the plate, 1-2.
It looked like Maldonado wanted that pitch, a high fastball.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 4-1 Seattle. Fouled off. He's had some pretty good at-bats tonight.
Yep. You're talking about letting baseball travel deep. Let that ball get right to the plate and beyond the front part of the plate to try to punch that fastball the other way. That first at bat, he hit him a double play, but he hit that ball hard at Kozar for a 6-4-3 double play.
Alvarez ready to go in the bullpen. Gord, the leadoff man, on deck. Freda strikes out swinging. Seattle gets a run. It's 4-1 as we head to the 7th.
Mariners lead the Angels 4-1, top of the 7th. Now let's take a look at our Nissan Hamilton scoreboard. CC Sabathia, 5 1/3 shutout innings as the Yankees beat the Nationals 3-0. Freddie Freeman with a home run as far as a part of a 6-run 6th inning as Atlanta beat the New York Mets 8-2. Carlos Correa back and actually after missing 4 games, homers. Houston up 6-2 against Oakland.
Ryan Cook takes over on the mound for Seattle. This pitching change brought to you by Purple Bricks. 2nd consecutive night for Cook. He's the one that gave up that Trout home run to center field. It'll be his 9th appearance on the season. No record of 3.86 ERA. 8-9-1 coming up for the Angels. Blash, Maldonado, and Kinsler. Close to the roof here. Looks like we might get some light showers, perhaps. Jabari fouls the first one back. He's 0 for 2. Struck out in the 2nd. Hit into a fielder's choice that ended the 4th.
Goes with slider quite a bit on a 0-2 count, the right-handed batter. There it was.
One down. Maldonado coming up. They join the Angels Saturday, June 23rd. Continue our Christmas in June celebration. We take on the Toronto Blue Jays. Stay for a post-game, very merry Saturday night fireworks show presented by Wells Fargo. Go to angels.com for the details. Maldonado twice is grounded out. Tails with a run on 4 hits, 1 error. They've stranded 6 base runners tonight. One and 2. Seattle with 4 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. They've left 4 on base.
Yeah, Cook
checked in 5 on base.
He's throwing a couple of sliders today. Both of them kind of backed up on him. Remember that hard slider when he first came up? Goes hard down and away, but it's backed up on him a couple times.
Might leak tonight, 6 innings, 1 run, 4 hits. Trout home run, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks. Maldonado down, swinging, 2 outs.
And that was that good firm slider there from Cook that Maldonado was unable to make contact with. Couple already in this game went backed up on him. That one right on the outside corner.
Kinsler 0 for 3. Trout on deck. Two no. No strikes. That wasn't even close. Third one. That was nowhere near the strike zone.
Even when you're set up as a home plate umpire, you see the catcher bringing it back in the strike zone.
Now the 3-2. I think that hasn't been a strike all night. Kinsler making sure that's not called a strike. Pauses for a second, now goes to first.
Go back to my Hyundai key for this game for the Angels to be successful, especially in a chance to come back in this game, is reach down. You got to reach down and find a way to score some runs late here. Trout reached down and got that slider and hit it out. His last at bat, already 2 hits in the game, 5th multi-hit game against Seattle this season.
Trout 2 for 3 tonight with a single and a home run.
I wonder if we'll throw him a slider first pitch because he homered on a fastball last night against him.
Right on cue.
That batting average against Seattle, 650.
One ball, one strike.
Trout with his home run tonight, 19th career home run in his ballpark. It's tied for 4th all time versus Seattle, in Seattle. Rafael Palmeiro at the top at 26. Manny Ramirez. Fred McGriff, the crime dog, at 20.
Kinsler takes off. Trout takes low. 2-1.
7th stolen base of the season. Back to that 5th inning of that slider, a pretty good pitch by Mike Leake, but was down, and Trout still able to drive that one out. 394-foot home run on a pitch, a perfect pitcher's pitch. But Trout, so strong, drives it out.
Chases that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Trout, including tonight, 13 for 20 at Safeco Field this year. 3 doubles, a triple, 4 home runs, 6 runs batted, and an OPS over 2,100. That's in 5 games here this season. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kinsler at second.
Back in with another fastball, jammed him. I wonder if he'll come back with another fastball. Rule of thumb, though, you see so often for pitchers after a fastball in, they'll go slider away. See if Trout makes that adjustment. I think they'll still go back inside.
Trout skying one high and deep to left. Has he done it again? He has. Big fly for Mike Trout. Halos are down 1. He's an animal at Safeco this year.
And that baseball's way out. And he did go back in, and he was ready. It was down middle in. 23rd home run of the season for Trout. Wow. Ryan Cook is facing him twice in this series. Back-to-back games, home runs a long way. Last night was at 459.
Yep.
That might have been further.
412 feet on this one. Launch angle at 35 degrees.
He knew it as soon as he released that baseball. A little cut fastball inside part of the plate.
Yeah, you're upset at giving up the home run, right? But I think he's more upset at the fact that he walked Kinsler after striking out the first 2 batters and falling behind 3-0, knowing Trout is on deck.
Exactly what he has done against Seattle pitching this season. 20th home run all time in Seattle for Trout. Tying crime dog now for 3rd all time.
Oh, meanwhile, the OPS just went up here at Safeco.
And Maniac is still, he might just mute Mike Trout now.
He might just
say, I'm done with you. I understand you're great. I'm not talking about you anymore.
To the side. Yes. He's of no use to us anymore. You got to stop talking about him.
I'll tell you what, I go back to what we saw on the plane. Trout was talking to Paul Sorrento, Eric Hinske, about getting his timing together, because it was off in Minnesota. And he went to early BP on Monday. Took a lot of swings early, which you don't see many superstar players go to early batting practice, but he was there just to get his timing together. Well, it's back.
2 balls, 1 strike. 4-3 Seattle. We're in the 7th.
And every once in a while you got to smile after you hit a baseball like that.
Top part of the zone.
And just keep smiling after you hit a baseball like that.
Up to 0-for-1 with 2 walks.
Good at bat by Kinsler to get on base in front of Trout.
Full count. Pujols on deck.
Now leading baseball as far as home runs. Trout with 23 home runs.
4 home runs in 2 days is pretty good.
Yeah.
He's getting there. 3-2. Upton drives this one out to center field. Heredia got a good jump on it. Leaps up at the last second. It's over his head and off the wall. Upton headed to second. He'll stop right there.
That's a good move. You're in scoring position for Pujols right then and there. What a good swing that was for Upton. 2 walks in the game, now doubles the center field. We've seen Heredia make so many good plays. You just had to wonder if he was going to be able to track this one down, try to time the leap. Unable to do so. Upton picks up his 8th double of the season.
That's going to be it for Ryan Cook. And an inning that started so promising for him with 2 strikeouts. A walk to Kinsler, the 2-run home run to Trout, now the double to Upton. The tying run in scoring position. It is a pitching change. His service has gone to the Colt. 4-3. Seattle leads it. Hey, it's a whole new ball game with the RBI Baseball 18. RBI Baseball 18 delivers all new franchise mode and much more. RBI Baseball 18 is available now. Learn more at RBIGame.com. Rated E for everyone. 4-3 Seattle here in the 7th inning. 2 outs. James Pazos called on to replace Ryan Cook. Pazos pitching for the 27th time and the 2nd time of this series. 1-1 with a 1.57 ERA. 23 innings, 24 strikeouts, 1 walk. And he'll come on with the man at second base. That's Upton representing the tying run, and Pujols coming to the plate.
Pujols has been really good as far as hitting with runners in scoring position. His last 22 at bats for Albert Pujols, 11 hits.
Albert hitless tonight. Ground out, a fly ball to center, and a strikeout looking.
I wonder if Albert's going to be swinging at the first pitch. He's taken a couple pretty good first pitches in the strike zone. Maybe ready to swing early here.
Bouncer back toward the middle. Gordon is there though. Inning is over. Up to double Strand at scoring position. Trout draws the Angels with on a run. It's 4-3 Seattle. Stretch time here And Safeco time now for the Nissan Game Break with Jose Moto.
Well, thanks to the best player in the game, the Angels are back in this ballgame. What a season Mike Trout is having against the Seattle Mariners individually. Home runs number 22 and 23, and there's no doubt the ball is traveling well here in this ballpark throughout this series. Haniger, Trout on a line drive. What a nice piece of hitting right there of Mike Trout. And a nice effort left field by Gamble. And certainly for the Angels, it's one pitch for Jaime Barria, which you knew. Mitch Haniger having a tremendous season, all-star season for the Seattle right fielder. Once again, he cannot keep Mike Trout quiet. Unbelievable now. 14 for 21 overall against the Seattle Mariners. And for the Angels offense, Mike Scioscia is very confident. They will break out. They know they can get it done. So this has been your Nissan Game Break. And before we go back to the booth, here's a message from Nissan.
Alvarez takes over on the mound. He replaces Cam Bedrosian. And Jose is going to get the top of the order for Seattle and Gordon, Segura, and Haniger. Alvarez 2-2 with a 2.15 ERA, pitching in his 34th ball game.
And one swing of the bat by Trout, all of a sudden you have a baseball game once again. Very important now. Jose Alvarez to continue doing what he's doing best and not getting those quick outs. Like Trout, an outstanding game again tonight. 2 home runs, 3 hits, 3 RBI.
One ball, no strikes. Gordon 2 for 3. Popped up a bunt his last time up. Slapped down the left field line, a base hit. Justin Upton was playing that way. Hold Gordon to a single, so a 3-hit game for the Mariners' second baseman. Ball gets away, and Gordon will take second. Last thing you wanted to do is make a mistake like that.
This is a pretty good piece of hitting by D. Gordon to slap that elevated pitch. All of a sudden you got to deal with Segura at the plate and D. Gordon at second now, taking away a potential ground ball double play away.
I hope Upton doesn't get charged with the error on that. Kinsler's got to get that ball and knock it down one way or the other. You can't score 2 runs like that, get within 1, and all of a sudden just have a letdown.
You got to bury your look at second base if you're Jose Alvarez. D. Gordon loves to try to steal third. Cozart going to try to keep him close, but bury that look back to second. Boy, Segura loves to swing at that first pitch.
Segura just trying to punch one the other way, behind in the count at 0-2. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Double play ball in the first, a strikeout in the third, and a fly ball to center in the fifth. And that is a fair ball inside the chalk. Gordon will come in to score. Segura on his way to second. And Seattle has got one of those runs back. It's 5-3.
Well, the big question's been asked. How does the Seattle club continue to play well? They win a lot of close games and score late. They've done it again here. And you can see that's pretty unselfish as far as score. He's just trying to hit the ball to that side of the infield to get that important insurance run, and with that swing picks up a double.
Pitching change with Seattle still leading it. Hours of coverage, the world's biggest sporting event, just 2 days away, only on Fox and FS1. Justin Anderson, 21st game, 1-1 record, a 3.54 earned run average, comes on with man in scoring position. Nobody out here the 7th. And Seattle on top 5-3. Haniger, multi-homer game, 2 for 3.
It's a pretty good pitch.
Two balls, no strikes. 3 RBI night for Haniger. 50 runs batted in on the season now. Segura, the base runner at second. J.D. Martinez at the start of the day leading the way in that RBI category with 54. 4-pitch walk. Nelson Cruz coming up. The Angels have kept him in check thus far, but he's hit 2 baseballs out to the warning track. The one in the 3rd inning, trying to make a leaping effort. The other one a little bit easier in the 5th inning. Has grounded into 7 double plays. The first one in for a strike.
Best chance to get that double play ball will be on his slider.
Oh, 2.
The reason why I say that because when he gets a fastball, Cruz goes up there to try to lift the baseball on a slider. With that break to that pitch, especially from Anderson, he has a chance to get a ground ball.
Broken bat, 1 hopper to Kozar. So Cruz is now headed to 8 double plays, 2 outs. Segura ends up at 3rd.
And with that breaking ball, he's able to get that ground ball and ends up being another double play. The bat shatters the bat. 6-4-3 double play. Still work to be done with Seager at the plate. See towards the end of the bat, that sharp break to it shatters the bat.
Seager 1 for 3 game, a single in the 2nd. Did give that error, unfortunately, to Justin Upton. The ball he threw in to Kinsler at second base allowed Gordon to get to scoring position. You've been there as a pitcher. It changes the complexion of an inning. A man at first, nobody out, Segura up, just trying to move the runner over, maybe even sacrifice. You never know. Although he's been really good this year offensively.
But he is a guy that can hit a ground ball double play. You're taking that out of the equation. That was very unselfish, his approach, and he ends up getting a double.
1-2. Hard slide, a nice block by Maldonado. Segura stays at third base.
Especially with a break ball like that, you see the different spin, hits the dirt, and goes back the other way. Well, Maldonado, but still keeps that in front of him.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a man at third. 5-3 Seattle. Seager skies one. The shallow left center field. Trout calling for it. And that'll do it for Seattle. They add a run. Angels down 2 as we head to the 8th.
from Justin Upton. Jose Mota with you, and join us after the game. Angels Live, presented by your SoCal Mazda dealer. Break down and take a closer look inside Jaime Barria. Again, not as sharp, but very solid for the Angels. But nonetheless, it's all about how do you contain Mitch Haniger, Seattle Mariners, a very inspired ball club. Guys.
Thanks a lot, Jose. Jesus Colome takes over on the mound for James Pazos, who threw one pitch, got out of the 7th inning. Colome started the season with the Tampa Bay Rays. This will be his 31st appearance, 2-5 with a 4.23 ERA. For Seattle, he's worked in 7 games. Total of 6 innings, 5 hits, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. The Angels have Valbuena, Cozart, and Fernandez due up.
It's a firm fastball, 93-97. Slider, changeup. Not a whole lot of changeups, but he will throw a ton of sliders.
Valbuena 2 for 3, although thrown out the last time up. Trying to stretch a single into a double. The ball was hit into the corner. Nice play by Haniger. One and one. Alex Colome, 29 years of age. Last season with the Rays, leading the way with 47 saves. All-star in 2016 with the Rays. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 37 saves that year.
Already more fastballs that I've seen him throw in a long time. 4 of them so far in this at-bat.
Defensive alignment with Gordon out at shallow right. Modified windup. It's out toward left center. Playable for Heredia. Cozart, a walk, a ground out, and a strikeout. He's 0 for 2. Breaks his bat, loops one over to Gordon. 2 outs. So 2 quick outs, and here's Fernandez. Ground ball right side. Healy to the backhand leads Colome, and he airmails it. Colome just whiffed on it. Fernandez will take second base. I think it was that bad of a throw. I think maybe Colome perhaps took the eye off. It was a little bit high. Healy get charged with the error. The Angels will take it.
Yeah, you need those breaks right here to get right back into this game. hustling down the line. He had plenty of time to be able to get that feed over the pitcher, although Colomé took his eye off the baseball as he's trying to get to the base. As a pitcher, you just run right towards the base. You catch the ball and then get to the base and get to that corner and get out of the way. You cannot take your eye off the baseball, especially because your eyes and your head are moving as a pitcher. Even though that was kind of a high feed from Healy, it's one of those plays the pitcher should be able to make. But the head is moving, eyes are moving. Sometimes it's difficult. Just get to the base with the baseball and look it in and try to beat the runner down the line.
Jabari Blash takes a fastball upstairs. He's hitless tonight, 0 for 3.
Another mound visit. Big thing is with that play not being made, Mike Trout for sure will get an opportunity to swing the bat. Hopefully gets a shot here in this inning. If not, in the 9th, and I would be completely surprised, especially if anybody's on base, if they even pitch to him.
One 0 to Jabari. Late on the fastball. 1-1. He's had a tough go of it at the major league level. 2 for 15 with 9 strikeouts.
Super strong though. If he can connect on a baseball, you got a tie game.
Here's the 1-1. Very nice play by Freitas.
Look, he threw him a changeup. Talk about timing. I think that's the reason why they try to change up, because of that high leg kick. A little more difficult to have that timing together on an all-speed pitch.
Now the 2-1. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Over 90% of the time this season on a 2-2 count against a right-handed batter, he has thrown a slider.
Right on cue, full count. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets another one. Maldonado on deck. Three-two. And it is high out toward left field. Gamble onto the track, curls around, will stay in the ballpark. And the Angels are done here in the 8th. To the bottom of the 8th we go, 5-3 Seattle. Angels at the 118th U.S. Open. Live coverage begins Thursday from Shinnecock Hills on Fox FS1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go.
Yeah, the Masters is fun, but the U.S. Open is so challenging. It's going to be a lot of fun to see that.
Long course,
Yes.
as usual at the U.S. Open. Oliver Drake takes over on the mound here. At the bottom of the 8th inning, he's going to face Healy, Gamble, and Heredia, 6, 7, and 8. This will be his 7th appearance of the season. 3rd with the Angels. He's got an inning and a third with the Halos. 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. Healy hits one out toward deep left field, and Healy has homered for the 2nd time tonight. 6-3 Seattle.
Another one of those pitches that drift right back into that swing path for Healy.
Second career multi-homer game for Healy as Gamble takes down and away. He's 2 for 3. Single, double, and a strikeout. Broken bat flare. That'll fall in there for a base hit. So a 3-hit game for Gamble. 14th hit for Seattle tonight. Still nobody out. Heredia 2 for 3 with a single, a double, and a pop-up.
It's a pretty good production when you're 6, 7, and 8 hitters in your lineup. And you flip it back to the top with D. Gordon with 3 hits also.
Good lead for Gamble at first. Snap throw to first and just gets the hand back in there. 0-2 on Heredia.
So quick on that back pick. 19 times picked off a runner, drifting off that base in his career.
Down goes Heredia, 1 out.
Good all-speed pitch, get a swing and miss there, running in.
Freitas, the catcher, struck out his last time up. Diaz, Bradford loosening. Gamble takes off, the throw down to second, a good one, easily gunned down, 2 outs. That was a cannon of a throw.
So quick. We talk a lot about the pop time, but also the velocity of the throw from Maldonado. Gets rid of it quickly, right on the money. Throws that Gamble. It's the second time he's been caught trying to steal this season. How quick that transfer and release and firm throw. Plenty of time to get him, even though it looked like he had a pretty good jump. Pop time 1.9. The average 2 seconds.
One ball, one strike, 2 outs. The 9th inning, 9-1-2 for the Angels. 2-1. Foul tip, 2-2. Dribble foul. Count remains at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Drake allowing the leadoff home run to Healy. Extend the Mariners lead to 6-3 here in the 8th. Down goes Freitas. The inning comes to an end. We will head to the 9th inning. 9-1-2 for the Angels, down 3. .57 ERA. A lot of fastballs and worked very quickly last night. Angels have 9-1-2 due up. And Maldonado, Kinsler, and Trout.
And he was aggressive with his fastball last night. Does have a good slider, but challenge hitters, good fastball, can rush it up there to close to 100 miles an hour. It does have a good slider. That's the pitch that the Angels have really hit hard throughout his career against the Angels.
And a 1-2-3 ninth inning last night with a couple of strikeouts. He got Maldonado on a strikeout, Kinsler on a ground out to end the game.
Aggressive with his fastball again, first pitch.
Maldonado hitless tonight, 0 for 3. Total 6 hits for the Angels. One down.
Fastball, fastball, fastball. Runs it upstairs. It's a swing and miss.
Ian 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Out toward right field. Haniger's there. 2 down.
Trout back in the 5th inning on a really good pitch from Leake, and the slider went down and got it. 394-foot home run in the 7th. Ryan Cook cut fastball inside part of the plate, and he hit that one 412-foot. Launch degree of 35 degrees for that launch angle for Trout on that one.
A 1 pitch. Trout fouls it off. 99-mile-per-hour fastball. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, 2 now. Upstairs. Here's the 1-2. Trout, good rip at that fastball.
See these 4 fastballs so far: 97, 99, 98, 98. Trout hit a fastball against Cook last night, a 95-mile-an-hour fastball to dead center.
There's a slider. Trout goes down swinging. Seattle takes game 2 by the final of 6-3.
But every time the Angels got back in the game, Seattle managed to score another run to win this one. Second game of the series, 6-3. Mitch Haniger is our Land Rover above and beyond player of the game. 2 for 3, 3 RBI. Second career multi-home run game, and also had an excellent throw out in right field to get Luis Valbuena at second base, so he's no question was a Land Rover above and beyond player of the game for
Halos have
Seattle.
lost 3 in a row now and find themselves 6.5 back in the American League West. 6-3 the final. Seattle wins it. Stick around. Angels Live post game is coming up next.